Hey everybody, welcome back to the Yummy Socials podcast. So today I'm going to be talking about, having a plan in place. What should your plan be here? What are the 4 steps that I have for you on how to grow your restaurant, how to grow your business with social media? Now, this could be you have a great social media presence now. You're just kind of looking for a refresher and some tips and advice. Maybe you have a social media presence now where you manage it yourself. You haven't been doing a great job with it and you're looking to improve. Maybe you have no social media presence and you're just saying like, hey, listen, I'm a new restaurant, or I've had my restaurant, I've just never really gone after it with social media, and now I need to get in the game and get things going with it. So here are my 4 steps. Here's my 4 tips, my 4 things that I would suggest you do before you start going after it. Okay. And why am I putting this podcast out now? Well, as a social media manager, as a content creator, as a company who does this for restaurants and for other businesses, I've learned over the past 3 years here, at least in upstate New York, that this is kind of the busy season. Restaurants are coming out of the holidays where they're just kind of naturally busy. They don't really need to do a whole heck of a lot to get busy, to stay busy during the holidays. And then they kind of go into all right, they celebrate the holidays for themselves. January is a big lull. Now we're at the end of January and February. You have Valentine's, things just start to ramp up and get crazy. And I've noticed over the last 4 years, this is the time of year where a lot of restaurant owners start to contact me and reach out to me to get help with their marketing. And they always say the same thing, like, we're going into the busy season, we want to be prepared. All right, well, what I've learned over these past 4 years is that they hire somebody like me, a social media manager and content creator and marketing professional, and they expect me as like their new social media manager to be in charge of their entire growth plan, their entire marketing plan. And over those years, and now having learned my lesson over the last 4 years, I've learned not only that I cannot fulfill all of those roles for a business, but also, business owners, restaurant owners, they need to have these ideas in place of you can't expect a social media manager to be the be-all, end-all when it comes to your marketing plan. You can't expect your content creator to be your social media manager. So these are the 4 steps that I have for restaurants, for any business really, who doesn't have any of these positions in place. Again, you're wanting to spice things up. Maybe you're changing around who you're working with, how you're working with them. You're just starting to ramp things up. Whatever the case is, these are the 4 steps that I would have for you. All right. Before you begin posting on social media, creating content, my number 1 piece of advice, biggest thing I would suggest, is to have a marketing plan in place or have someone that you've hired that's creating a marketing plan for your business and creating that with you. Okay. So, well, what do you mean by my marketing plan? I sell cheeseburgers. I just need to get people in here buying more cheeseburgers and drinking more beer. Yes, that's true. But what's your plan for that? Are you going to run specials throughout the next 3 months, throughout the rest of this year, to help you push more cheeseburgers? Are you going to create special cheeseburgers every month? Are you going to create a cheeseburger loyalty whatever it is, right? What are your promotions? What are the things that you're going to do to really push your cheeseburgers? And then how are you going to do that? My marketing plan is every month I'm going to have a special cheeseburger of the month. I'm going to create a loyalty program for my cheeseburger enthusiasts, and I'm going to, contact and communicate with them and attract new customers in with social media posting. And okay, what's my plan for Instagram? I'm going to post these days. It's going to be a video on this day. It's going to be a photo on this day. It's going to be stories. I'm going to be over here in my email marketing. This is your marketing plan. Okay. I have Cheat Day Burgers, and that's the name of my cheeseburger restaurant. And I want to attract men and women aged 25 to 44, and here's how I'm going to do it. That's your marketing plan. You need to have that written down. I know this seems like, listen, you're getting too, above, in the clouds here. I'm just trying to sell cheeseburgers. I can guarantee you, if you want to have a successful restaurant, if you have a successful business, you need to have a plan in place on how you're going to reach your goals, how you're going to attract new customers, sell more cheeseburgers. And if you start by just hiring a social media manager, whether it's a really highly professional company or whether you're just hiring your niece to come in and do it for you. If you don't have a plan in place on how you're going to grow through just simply posting to social media, you're not going to be successful with it. And so the first thing I would say is either have your own marketing plan in place, right? It could be as simple as just a one sheet that's got a bunch of bullet points on it. We're going to sell more cheeseburgers by communicating through email marketing, posting on Facebook on Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays at this time and with these pictures and whatever. So it could just be as simple as a one sheet that you have where you've created this plan. It could be hiring a company to come in and help you develop that plan. It could be, bringing somebody on staff to help you, whatever the case is. But make sure you have a marketing plan in place before you begin going after things with social media. All right. The next step, once you have your plan in place, is you need to have incredible content. Even in a small market today, you cannot afford to have bad content. Shaky videos that don't tell a story, that don't make a point. Videos that aren't clear and concise, photos that look like they were taken on a potato, right? Or on an old iPhone. You need to have professional quality content, and you need to be putting your best foot forward with everything. You wouldn't send out food that's undercooked or overcooked or something that the customer isn't going to like. And so the same should be true for your content. Your content should be beautiful and professional and portray your business and your food in the best possible light. So make sure that you're working with a really great content creator, whether you're hiring someone who's just going to come in like we offer here at Yummy Socials. We're going to come in once a month and create a series of photos and videos, or one or the other, for you to then post out yourself. Whether you're going to hire a company to do just something like that, whether the company that you've hired that manages your social media accounts also offers content creation. Maybe you're going to do the content creation yourself. Whatever the case is, just make sure that you have a content creator in place, or at least a content plan in place, and make sure, all right, part of your marketing plan, Mondays we post photos, Wednesdays we post videos, whatever the case is, just make sure you have that in place. Again, whether you're hiring somebody or doing it yourself or a staff member, whatever it is, just don't skimp on your content. Make sure that you're putting out the best possible content that you can. The next thing, and this is not a necessity, but something I highly value, and that is having a software, a platform that you can schedule your posts out with. For me, it's really important to have that. I use a platform called Agora Pulse, and I think, for all the accounts that I manage, I pay about $100 a month, and which I think is incredibly cheap and inexpensive. And Agora Pulse, not to get too in the weeds with it, but one of the things I really like is I can upload all of my media assets to it. So then it's really easy for me to schedule my post out for the next month and just have everything right there in this website where I can access everything. But what it helps me do is it helps me respond to comments, see what comments were made on my post and respond to them right through the platform. It helps me respond to DMs right through the platform. It helps me navigate language that's used when people are commenting on my posts that maybe I don't want to be out there to the public. So I can even filter through that. I can schedule my posts out through the month. One thing that I really like about it is at the end of every month or at any point in the month, I can pull up incredibly detailed analytics to see the type of person that's engaging with my content, where they are, who they are, and then even see individual posts. I can see trends, I can see growth, I can see decline. Agora Pulse is a phenomenal asset, and I highly encourage anybody that's taking their business, restaurant growth seriously through social media marketing to use something like that. Okay, so that's the third step. The fourth step is monitor your growth. Okay, at the end of every month, you can use something like Agora Pulse to help you. I was meeting with a restaurant owner yesterday, and we were just going through post by post that had been made for his restaurant to see, hey, how did this perform? What was your reach on this? What was your reach on that post? And so the biggest thing is monitor your growth. look at the end of every month at your social media content and say, okay, did this perform? Did this perform well? This was a great photo. I love this photo, but did people see it? Now why? Then you can ask yourself the question, well, why didn't they see it? Maybe you put out a great photo and it just didn't get the engagement that you wanted. Well, why? One thing I'm really doing aggressively nowadays is looking at videos, because videos, 6 months ago was a pretty easy to just post a video on Instagram Reels or TikTok and just get a lot of views. Today, it's not the case. Today, it's like YouTube. You really have to work at it and make sure that your video is engaging, captivating the person, grabbing their attention, and keeping them engaged with your video all the way through if you want to increase your views and increase the awareness for your restaurant. So I really highly encourage you to make sure that you're monitoring your growth through social media to see what content's performing well, what content isn't performing well, and then make those adjustments and going into your next month, so that way you can increase your views, increase your awareness, increase your reach on your post, and then hopefully increase the amount of customers that come to your business and spend money with you. So I hope that helped. Again, those 4 tips are: have a marketing plan, have a great content creator, have a scheduling platform, and then monitor your growth. If you need help with any of that, definitely reach out to me here at yummysocials.com. That's socials with an S. So yummysocials.com. You can also email me, Anthony@eatlocalnewyork.com, and we'd be glad to come in and help you out with all of these packages, with all of these steps, or just one of them, whether it's social media management, marketing plan, content creation. We'd love to help you out. So reach us at yummysocials.com. Thanks for listening to the podcast, and I hope to see you at the next one.